Welcome back to the Coin Toss. It's your boy Bookit with Trent. What a week it was in week one. Joined here with our, of course, special hosts and guests. LC, how we doing today on this beautiful leading up to week two?
I'm doing okay. I'm still trying to shake off this past weekend, but I'm trying to go into this week vibes high, get the vibes up, and hopefully a better week.
Yeah, safe to say that it was a tough one for Longhorns fans and LC this past weekend. Hell of a game that was, and we will absolutely be diving into that. We got Krabs and Jovan here as well, fellas.
Sure.
Week one, how'd we do? Good
Did
times?
Pretty well. Cap tip to you for the absolute legacy of a weekend.
Yeah, I was in my bag, say the least, and we'll talk about that. Rav, how we doing?
Yeah, my week one was straight from hell. But,
Oh, yeah.
I got Ohio State, so that was good.
Straight from hell indeed, and we will absolutely be getting to that.
Did you get Arizona State?
Want to start off today's episode with something a little new, different from last week. You've heard of the witching hour. What about the bitching hour? Because I've got quite a few things I'd like to bitch about, and I know LC absolutely does as well.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to start out by saying, it sounds like we all had a pretty good week, except the guy who paid hard-earned coin for a college notebook review guide. I want to know how much you paid for that shit, bro. How much you pay for that review guide?
Like $35.
$35. $35 for Clemson. Ruined my perfect weekend, bro. And it cost me 7 G's. 7 G's on the squad Fugazi 5 that we crafted up. I was pulling my hair out watching that game, brother. And the fact that you paid harder in coin for that notebook just to come out and flop week one, it really grinded my gears, man. It really did.
Listen, I didn't expect it either. It was a hell of a game. Clemson looked like shit, especially their offense. LSU just played out of their minds, especially their defense. They're going to be a problem this year.
They
really
definitely showed up to the occasion. That's for damn sure.
That was one of my many just horrible reads from last week.
Many. Mind you, the only man who paid hard-earned U.S. currency on a college football guide. Make it make sense, bro. Shit pissed me off.
Yeah, I really ruined your weekend sweep, huh?
Sweep on the straights and the Fugazi. 7 racks. Everything else in that parlay was oxygen. But that's my bitching, man. I'm going to continue to let Rav hear it when he just shows up and flops for us, dude. I really trusted him on that play. And it sold. It fucking sold. There's no other way to say it. LC, though, we had a good time at Ohio State.
Did we?
Leading up to the game, at least. Both of us had a good time. But then the game came around, and it was honestly just one of the weirdest games I've ever watched. And we're all waiting to hear your bitching segment here about the Longhorns.
Yeah, I mean, it was a trenches game. Obviously just super annoying, right? Like if we complete those easy passes, we win that ball game, and it's annoying. Once again, we're on the 1 and we can't score from the 1, and that is a problem. For whatever reason, like that red zone is just it's spooky to us. We can't figure it out. But
yeah, it's haunted.
It's just annoying. We dominated everything except for touchdowns, right? Like Ohio State, tip of the cap to them. They crossed the 50 twice, and they scored both times. One on 4th down, one by a great catch by Carnell Tate. We played that really well, and it was a good catch. And then for us, we crossed the 55 times, and obviously only scored once, and that's a problem.
Yeah, I wanted to go back to your comment about the red zone or the end zone being haunted. Remember what I said to you right before that play call on the 1 yard line?
What'd you say? I don't remember.
I said, easiest walk-in touchdown of all
dude,
time.
yeah. F you for that. F you, by the way. Yeah, I completely forgot about
and
that.
Then stuffed, and I'm looking at LC, and she's
because
like,
I was
you.
stressing, right? Like, I know what this moment is for us.
I was trying to make
for
you
the
feel
situation. And he's like, dude, easiest touchdown. And then by that, I don't even know if you finished sentence. And then we got stuffed.
It was
like, that's good.
I just couldn't believe it. You were on the inch line and stuffed.
That entire interior Texas O-line just fell to their knees.
Yeah.
They heard you say that.
Yeah. No, they actually must have heard me say it.
It happened early in the game, too. And we were around the 50, went forward on 4th down and got stuffed as well. It's just annoying, right? It was just so, I just felt like our play calling was very predictable. And again, we all know it, what it came down to. to me was just not being able to make those throws that should be made.
I want to hear your response to Arch Manning being one of the biggest memes of college football Saturday. It was honestly tough to see considering he's such a young kid with
Yeah.
so much pressure on his shoulders.
Dude, no
Like-
one knows like the pressure he was like. I don't know another player under that same pressure that he was feeling. Like he was already the Heisman favorite. He's just anything less than perfection from him, people were gonna talk their talk, and that's obviously he played a little bit worse than I thought he would, but I still believe in him. I think he's gonna be just fine. But I mean, he was rattled, and part of me does wonder, does he have like a shoulder injury because the mechanics were just all the way off, and
It
I'm
was
like,
so weird.
what was that? That's not environment.
Let me tell you,
Vibe.
boys, though, LC was just not having it. Not
No.
having it on Saturday. She
No,
goes, she looks at me and
wasn't.
goes, "Man, I'm just so sick and tired of Jovan and fucking Rav." And I'm like, "What are they saying?" And she goes, "Nothing yet. I just know it's coming."
yeah. Yeah, it's
Well, when you talk up your quarterback, you know that much.
yeah. I mean, I'm happy to do it again. I have his back. I do believe in him. But there was definitely like you walk away with some questions from Saturday, and hopefully it looks better this weekend. I think he will. I think he'll get it together. But man, just some of those throws, it's like what?
I mean, it was really uncomfortable to be in the section that we were in. We were in this little pocket of Texas fans,
yeah.
and like I was like the one Ohio State guy. But it was just like, what is happening right now? These throws are absolutely horrible. The first throw of the game literally bounced 15 yards in front of the receiver that was actually like wide open.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just like a weird, uncomfortable feeling the entire game being around all these Texas
After
fans.
that first, I don't know if you remember, but I looked over at you and I was like, uh-oh.
Yeah.
I was like,
What was that?
Yeah, we have to.
And then it happened like 8 other times. It was weird.
Yeah, he was airmailing it and throwing at ankles a lot.
It
And
wasn't
was-
my proudest tug of a win, to say the least.
Proudest.
good.
tug.
That's good.
Oh.
It just wasn't. I didn't feel good about winning that wager and sitting next to LC. You can vouch for me. I didn't really cheer for Ohio State.
No.
I was secretly like, "Fuck you"
Yeah.
when they rushed it up the one and scored that touchdown. It was just a weird, eerie feeling being in that section and wondering what the hell is wrong. I want to hear from Jovan though. Jovan definitely has some words about Arch Manning and his performance.
I mean, boy, do I have some words. I'll just say,
There
I
you
said
go.
the same thing, or I'll say the same thing now that I did before the game. That's a guy's first real start at Ohio State. It's one of the toughest environments possible to make your first start. And leading up to that, nobody wanted to mention that. Nobody wanted to talk about it. It was just the fact that Arch Manning's him, and he's a Manning and has it in his bloodline, so it wasn't going to matter. It fucking mattered. He looked terrible. And a little more in the environment is spiking 5-yard throws to your receivers that are butt-ass naked going through, but he looked bad. And you know exactly what's going to happen. He's going to look good against shit teams the next couple weeks. Then they're going to say it's a fluke. Then he's going to go into the swamp,
The swamp.
and the same thing's going to happen. But
Man.
we'll see. We cross that road.
I think a lot of it looked like to me that he just wasn't trusting his O-line. Like he was kind of rushing things, and there were times where I'm like, "What are you looking at?" Like we had so many times our receivers were butt naked, and we just wasn't even looking over there.
And there were multiple times where he could have ran the ball
Yes,
And
he
he
totally
chose
could have pulled it way more.
to throw it away or
It
making him.
was
Yeah.
weird.
It was
like,
weird.
For a guy who we know can run the ball, you're not throwing the ball well.
Mhm.
And he didn't really try to use his legs
No.
on more than like what 2-3 design runs
Yeah.
that were like read option plays or
Yeah.
powers. Like it wasn't really there. So I was surprised.
Yeah, and it definitely needs to be said that Lauren had a 4-man prize picks that she totally gate kept for all the kids
I
to be
did.
able to feast on, which was fucked
But
up.
I fed the 2-man.
2-man was there. 2-man was
Fed
there.
the 2-man.
She had under or less than longest
That
completion
was
for saying.
Hooked
really
under.
close. It was 2
Literally
yards.
41 and a half, and I think it was a 40-yard passing touchdown.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Insane.
The
It's
tape
crazy.
throw. Yeah.
The
And
Tate
then,
one.
Yeah.
yeah, Jack injuries, receptions. He was the only guy that did
Last
anything.
play of the game.
Yeah, last play of the game.
That was the
Got it.
luckiest 2-piece ever.
Crazy.
Squeaked out of that.
Yeah.
But yeah, crazy game, hell of an environment. Thank you to all the dudes at Ohio State that we were chilling with while we were there. But there was a lot of other games that took place. And then, Rav, I'm handing it over to you for a little recap on how things went last week.
Yes. So Recap is back. First of all, we went 2-2 on Wales. And if we're including Preston, his narrative play is probably whale every week. We'll just call it a whale.
Yeah.
3-2.
Yep.
I mean, Miami was just such a sharp read. I was sold the second I saw that video, nuked it. It came home, and it felt great.
That was surgical. I should have listened. I went 0-1 my whale. Obviously, it was Clemson. That was a fucking rat shit play.
Horrendous. Horrible, horrible pick. I'm sitting in the hotel room alone sweating this shit out, dude. Fucking pissed.
LC had Texas. Jovan had the over in Miami Notre Dame. Late squeakage. That was so clutch for Jovan. And Trent, you had Ohio State ML.
Not my proudest hug.
Overall, I went 3-4. Just not a great week. I did so much worse with my bets on Saturday alone. 2-8. We're moving on.
2-8.
Yeah, on Saturday.
Wow, I did not realize that.
Yeah,
Paid for a guide, by the way.
Okay, do you want to keep mentioning that, or can we move on?
Paid for a review guide.
Trent, you went 4-1. Jovan 3-2, and Lauren, you went 3-3.
Okay.
But with moving on to the
Wait, how'd the Fugazi do? Oh yeah, 7,000 loss on Clemson.
All good though.
if we're going back to what we did last year, we did the cake and steak this week or last week. This week we're gonna go back to how we did last year, where we're all gonna give any plays we want. We kind of just did the cake and steaks for sides last week, so we'll definitely be able to all give totals if we like it or not.
Mm-hmm.
I was really the only one giving totals last week, so it'll be a little more extensive talk for all these games.
Beauties. With that being said, not the best week in week one. Besides me, of course, I'm Hammy.
Which is crazy.
We got more for week two. We've got plenty of action and games to talk about. Let's get right to it. Waste no time. First game on the docket here. It's a big one. It's Baylor and SMU. LC, where are we going in this game?
Yeah. So SMU this morning was a 2.5-point favorite. The total's at 65.5. Gonna jump right into it. I think Baylor absolutely smacks SMU. SMU's defense looked super questionable last week. Gave up 351 yards to East Texas A&M and had 3 turnovers, and also had a really big penalty problem. I think this is a Baylor bounce back game, and I think Sawyer Robinson has himself a little masterclass. So give me Baylor.
Okay. Baylor plus 2.5 on the road. What are the Sharps thinking about this one?
I'm also going to ride with Baylor. Interesting spot. SMU is not a very terrible place to play. It's actually pretty inviting for road teams. So coming off of a pretty disappointing first game that the whole world got to see against Auburn, where, I mean, frankly, I just got dominated by a better defensive line. Not going to be the same in this game.
I also think that score last week, it was 38-24, but they came up empty twice inside the 10-yard line. No points, Baylor. I think it was closer than what it showed, and I do think that Baylor is better than 0-2, starting off 0-2 against Auburn and SMU, which, SMU definitely losing a lot of what they had from last year. I kind of like this over.
Mm-hmm.
Baylor had a lot of problems with tackling, missed tackles, just letting Jackson Arnold and those running backs run all over them. And I think that Kevin Jennings, to me, is a better running quarterback. They're still good at running the ball. And I think it's going to take a little bit of time for Baylor to be better at run defense and just tackling in general. I don't think it's going to be a weak fix, especially going in SMU. So I think I like this over 65.5. And I think I'm going to lean Baylor with you guys as well.
I have picks for all 5 games that we're going to discuss, but I want to see if the 3 of them could influence me to go in a different direction. With that being said, I was all over Baylor going into this, and I absolutely still am. Let's fucking go.
Wow.
Let's
Sweep.
go. What was the narrative with the Frogs? By the way, Frogs was just an unbelievable Mortal Megamax.
We actually all hit on TCU last week.
Yeah, totally
Rev
forgot
said
to mention that. Shout out Bill Belichick, Chapel Bill.
Yep, really good try out there.
Really good try out there for Chapel Bill. Actually, before I go to the next game, the fact that the girlfriend was on the sideline mid-game was fucking crazy. You see that with your own eyes or no?
I think it was halftime, but
I think
No,
the
I think it
video
was
that's going
pregame.
around was pregame.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's fucking helmets on field and shit.
I think they're warming up, and
Okay.
she was walking around out
Asking
there.
for-
That's still crazy.
Yeah.
Asking for $20 for concessions.
yeah, I saw that. I did see one where she was down there on half, and I was like, "Shit, what are we
Give me that.
doing?"
And then they score the first touchdown of the game, and they cut to her in the suite like she's T-Swift. I was just like, what the fuck, dude?
How about the Air Jordan sign? That was amazing.
Yeah, that
that
was
was
funny.
good.
That
That
was
was really
funny.
good.
All right. Well, sounds like we have a potential squad ride on Baylor. Let's continue and move to the next one. We got Mississippi State, Arizona State. Big game here we got an alumni in the room. LC, take us. Where are we going?
Man, I think this game is going to be pretty interesting. Arizona State's defense just looked horrendous to an FCS school. They gave up 331 total yards and gave up an entire football field in penalties. But when we look at Mississippi State, kind of same thing. They gave up 301 yards to Southern Miss and gave up 119 total yards in penalties. That's a problem. But with this, I'm seeing two questionable defense. So I do like the over, and I also am going to trust the SEC school here and take Mississippi State at home.
WSL job. What are we thinking over here from the Sharps?
Very popular sharp play this week is going to be Mississippi State plus the points at home. I don't quite buy it, even though I'm anti-Arizona
holy
State
shit.
this year.
That is the last thing I expected.
I'm so shocked.
Yeah, that's the one that stands out. It looks pretty easy. People think this line's a little short. I disagree. It's a whole touchdown for an SEC team at home against a team we all know is going to regress at some point this year. I don't know it's quite this time yet.
I don't think we know that.
I know. I know. And it'll come probably, the Baylor game's the next big one. But I think they get one. This Mississippi State team, I don't really believe in whatsoever. And Blake Shapen, old Baylor quarterback, is still there. And he looked good at times against Southern Miss. But that defense and that team had a lot of moving pieces that I thought probably would gel a little quicker than they did. But still a big game. They came through there. I don't think they're coming through here. I like ASU.
I was trying to follow this game because it was a potential Fugazi piece last week. But it was going on at the same time as the Ohio State game. It had zero service during that game to be able to check the score. But the big screen showed the score periodically throughout the game. Was Mississippi State losing at one point to whoever the fuck they were playing?
I think it was 14-10 at halftime.
Yeah. So they were squeaking by there for a bit.
They ended up covering.
they scored. Mississippi State scored with a minute into the game, and it was close for the first half, and then they pulled away.
Oh. Okay. Rav, the alumni pick, what is it?
Yeah, well, I can't. I was talking with LC about this earlier, and I at first said that I was not going to bet ASU in this game just because it looks really, really trappy. But as I've been thinking about it more, there were still some positives to pull from that NAU game, and they did look like shit. They had a shit ton of really bad penalties. Two of the penalties that they had were back-to-back 75-yard plays that were both taken back. And I think a lot of NAU's offense, at least from the box score, was in the fourth quarter when we already had our third stringers out. They already had their backup quarterback out. The game was over at that point whenever they chunked up a third of their yards. So I don't think they played too horribly, but the penalties need to be fixed. I trust Dillingham to fix that. Levitt looked incredible on the run, and I think they're going to continue to use his legs on the ground. Our starting running back, Kyson Brown, his whole family is a Mississippi State family. He's
Nugget.
Grew up in Texas and was just all Mississippi State fans. This is his homecoming. I think he's going to go off. They're going to lean on the ground game against a rush defense that didn't look that great. Giving up 105 yards to Southern Miss, that's not really that good. And I think the quick passing, it's just going to be too much for Mississippi State. And, I might be biased, but I think ASU pulls this one out. So I do think I'm going to take ASU spread.
Wow,
dude. I was giving you a talk about how I want you to stand on business, and it didn't seem like you were going to do that.
Because I was scared. They looked like absolute dog shit. They did not look like the number 11 team in the country last year. Last week.
Well, I was leaning one way pre-show. Even though Javon's Nuggets are making me want to lean the other way, I'm holding firm and standing on biz. I'm taking Mississippi State.
This is just a spite fade.
Fuck the Sun Devils.
It's a spite fade. This is a spite fade to me.
It's a good spite fade. Look here.
Fuck Rav. All right.
Unbelievable.
I love rolling with the Sharps too. Even if
but
it's
that over I love.
Yeah, kind
I
of
love
sounds
that
like an
over.
over. Kind of does. Next game we got here, big one. Mizzou and Kansas. LC, where are we going?
Yeah, so Missouri is 6.5-point favorites at home. The total's at 51.5. We have a Mizzou alumni in the room, so I'm gonna dish it to him. Josh, what are your thoughts going into this game?
Yeah, my initial thought is that KU's defense has been incredible against the run, and then I look at the teams that they played and the quarterbacks they played. Not impressive at all. I think they have no chance of stopping Ahmad Hardy, and Bo Perbula is going to do whatever he wants to them. Whatever he wants. 35-17. Mizzou.
I still don't know what I want to do with this game. Jovan, what are you thinking?
I think Jalen Daniels has looked a lot better in the eyes of some people than I think he actually is. We've seen him be incredibly inconsistent. Obviously, they've played fucking nobody, but when you have all eyes on him on week 0 against dog piss Fresno State, he gets a little too much credit. So I think one of those inconsistent games comes at probably one of the toughest environments he's played in his entire career, going on the road in the SEC. So I like Mizzou.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah, I like Mizzou too. There are a ton of problems with the Kansas defense that, I mean, when you're playing Fresno State and who's on the team, Wagner?
Yeah.
When you're playing Fresno State and Wagner, like, they're not going to take advantage of that. They had all 4 of their guys from secondary last year graduate. 2 of them were all Big 12, and the other 2 were the starting safeties. I think there hasn't been a pass attack that's been able to attack that yet, and I think that Mizzou's going to be able to get the ball running on early downs, and then it's going to open it up for like a second or even third and short, long type of explosive passes that Kansas is just really susceptible to giving up. And I think that Mizzou's going to roll. I do think that Kansas can stay in the game and run the ball. Mizzou did not look too hot against Central Arkansas with their run defense, so I think it's going to go over 50.5. Kansas will score a little bit with Highshaw and Daniels on the ground, but Mizzou is just going to blow them out of the water.
I hope so, because watching that Missouri game last week, didn't they put belt to ass on somebody?
Yeah.
61-6. Who was it? Central Arkansas. Just an absolute horrendous effort out of Central Arkansas on that one.
Wasn't good.
Yeah, I was leaning Mizzou pre-show, and I love it even more. That's going to be a Nukenheimer.
You just got to take the SEC against
You got
Big 12.
to. It's been working. I know I get chirped for having 0 cell
Except for ASU.
I mean, okay, yeah.
I had to put that
now we've
asterisk,
lost it.
asterisk.
We've lost it.
Yeah.
That's what I was doing last week. Y'all faded. I came out with a dub with Auburn versus Baylor.
Yeah, but Kansas is like not real Big 12.
Hey, we both got one of those.
What'd you
LSU.
get? Oh, that was fucked up. She was so
But
right.
I'll ride Missouri with everyone. I'll just go for the sweeper.
Yeah, I mean, taking Mizzou, I never feel great about it.
Yeah, it
Like,
is always
honestly,
a little
ever.
scary. Josh, you better take care of business, buddy.
I mean, that is a fair worry that you have, but I think this team is actually different. This defense is
I mean, y'all should be able to
actually
just
good.
run all over them. Like, I was going to bring
We
up
should.
Bo Perbula, but, like, he should run all over.
I think Bo
Kansas
Perbula
too.
is going to use his legs a lot
Yeah.
in this game. Like,
Yeah.
a lot. I think 3rd and shorts, I think, like he said, 2nd and shorts will be the shot plays. 3rd and shorts, QB run
Mm-hmm.
all day.
Yeah.
All day. We snuck it in the game a couple times against Central Arkansas. It was the freest 8 yards every single time.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure that was just a warm-up for this game.
Yeah. It's a good test for Jalen Daniels. Is he back to prime form where he was 2 years ago?
This is the second game now that we've had where all 4 of us are on the same play.
I know.
And last year we would call you.
I know.
I think we should bring the boss call back, and I think we should call Krabs.
Fuck. I hate Krabs' bats. Should we give him a ringer?
Yeah.
I mean, go ahead.
And so if he's on it, then it's shocked.
If he's on it, it's fucking
Oh, he's
caked.
on it. dude.
If he's on it, it's caked.
I just don't know a world where Krabs is on Kansas.
I don't know, man. Let's find out.
World.
Oi. Guaranteed.
Yo,
What's up?
how we doing, Beast?
Good. I need an answer to one singular question real quick.
I got you. What do you need?
Is it Mizzou plus or Mizzou minus 6.5 for Kansas?
Oh boy. We pulled the line.
Here we go, man.
Yeah, this.
Here we go, man.
Let me get Kansas to stay hot, man. Give me JD6.
Wow.
Lovely.
Give me JD6.
Lovely. All right. That's all we needed. Appreciate you.
Yes, sir. Good luck out there.
We'll be fucking.
Well, I couldn't have been more wrong. Holy.
We're safe.
I totally thought he was going to
surprised.
fuck it for us, dude.
I did not think there was a world.
Doesn't like a -6.5.
Yeah.
That's true.
He does hate that, yeah.
All right, we're safe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're safe from the Krabs curse.
Let's
It's
fucking go.
crazy.
I'll keep track of those boss calls.
Crazy how the roles have reversed. Next game, in-state rivals here, Iowa State and Iowa. LC, talk to me.
Yeah. Iowa State's a 3.5-point favorite. The total's at 41.5. I feel like a lot of people are gonna think this is the yearly snoozer we get in this matchup, but I think it's gonna be a little bit different this year. Give me the over. Rocco Beck, he's looked really good this year. Iowa, I know what's his name, Gronowski. He didn't do too much passing last weekend, but I think he's capable of doing it. And I think they're gonna open it up for him to throw a lot more this weekend. And yeah, I think we see some points. Rare.
I need to hear from the Sharps, man. This one's tough.
I want to go with Iowa in this game. Seems like every single year, like whatever happens in this game is always what probably shouldn't happen in terms of who wins this game. Iowa State comes in, I guess, a little hotter. Like Iowa didn't look great against Albany last week, even though they eventually won by like 27 points. But Gronowski was horrible. I think the whole passing game revamp has failed. But Iowa State now 3 games, with no bye coming after Ireland, playing a very physical team where the team, I guess, in this series, not scared to go on the road. I'm in. +3.
That feels razor sharp. It does.
It does feel razor sharp. You want some quick nugs?
I need my nuggets.
Road team in this matchup has won every game since 2018.
What?
Iowa has won the last 6 on the road and is 4-1-1 against the spread in those 6.
Holy
Since
nugget.
2004, the under is 17-3 in this game.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's just.
Salute your Army Navy.
And last year, the game went over.
I'm so torn and conflicted.
Wait, what was
I'm
the
sorry, I'm confusing you.
Do you know what the total was last year?
36 and a half.
Wow.
I'm torn. Iowa feels like the sharp side. I was leaning Iowa State, and let's be real, I can't name a single player in this game. Just being fully transparent.
It's actually crazy since one was just said, 2 were just said in the last like 30 seconds.
I already forgot him. Apologies. I mean, I'm basing off of those 2 fucking sell jobs I just heard and those nuggets.
I think that Ohio, we were talking about Kansas and how everyone's seen them play, and they've looked really good against 2 shit opponents. I think the same thing could be said about Iowa State. I mean, they looked like the much better team against Kansas State when a lot of at least betting Twitter was on Kansas State. And then they go out and just whoop South Dakota last week. I think that Iowa is the look in this game. I think they're going to churn the ball on the ground. I do think it's going to go under, but I'm just going to bet Iowa +2.5. Leave out the under. I think Iowa State's getting too much love, and they're just not as good as they've been so far this year.
Yeah, I'm going to fade. Give me Iowa State for a mega.
Wow.
Wow.
I mean, wow.
Yeah. I was already leaning that way. It feels fake sharp. I don't want to watch 17 punts. Give me Iowa State.
I think it's going to be gross.
It's going to be
Over is bold as fuck.
Dude, I think it's just a weird gut call. It's a weird gut call.
It's
is
high.
I really,
41.5 is high.
I think Grenada, I really do think he's gonna be able to throw on him. And obviously, I know they're gonna be able to run.
Yeah, give me Iowa State. That over, yeah, it's a bold play. Saturday night game of the weekend. It's Michigan going into Oklahoma. I know damn well he's got some shit to say about this one.
Yeah, so Oklahoma's a favorite at home. The total's at 46.5. And looking at this game, I don't know. Although it was against New Mexico, I really liked what I saw from BRYCE Underwood last weekend. OU obviously took care of business last weekend as well, but I'm not sure how John Mateer is going to look against his first real defense he's ever faced, or the best defense he's ever faced. And you could say the same thing for BRYCE Underwood. How's he going to look in his first big time road start? But overall, I think Michigan, they walk away with this one. So give me Wolverines, baby.
Wow.
Wow. I did not expect that.
How did you not expect that? When are you ever going to see LC bet on Oklahoma, bro?
I thought with that sell job, she'd just go under.
Yeah. Sharps.
Could.
Where are we leaning?
Well, backing up what Rav said, we got John Mateer going up against a really good defense for the first time ever outside of the Boise State team he faced. And then you got another guy, just like Arch, how did he do? Just like Ty Simpson, how did he do? Quarterbacks making their first real start on the road. And BRYCE Underwood. first half under, and Oklahoma.
Wow. Sharp. Rav, give me some nugs.
My whale's in this game.
So is
Wow.
mine, brother.
Really?
So is mine.
Wow.
2 whales, 1 game.
Wow.
I'll give you a nugget though. Oklahoma Brett Venables is 11-5 against the spread as a home favorite, and the Sooners are 15-4 outright in Norman under Brett Venables.
Wow. W Nuggets. Great work.
Thank you.
Shit team in Norman.
Okay. Well, my whale is also in this game, so I'm going to refrain from talking about that until we get to the whale segment. And to start us off, we got to go and listen to Preston's narrative play of week 2 because week 1 was an absolute mortal mega max in Miami with a hell of a narrative. Let's see what he's got for us in week 2.
Everybody knows John Mateer's been gambling on football games through Venmo transaction, calls it an inside joke. UCLA versus USC specified? I don't find it that funny. Who's behind that Venmo account? Ben Arbuckle, who is now the offensive coordinator for Oklahoma. We look at his Twitter where he retweets that he's all in on Oklahoma using gambling chips. Who's that retweet from? Emmett Jones, who's the assistant head coach at Oklahoma. Why would he want these two from Washington State? Because he knows they're gamblers and they can rig some games together. We look at the opening of this season where Illinois State takes on Oklahoma, covers 40.5, and there's a bet for $300K on them? Who has that money and who's betting on Illinois State to cover? We look at the fourth quarter here. John Mateer's still in the game and takes an 8-minute drive just so they go in by 33. Why would you have your starter in? He's in on it too. I'm not naming any names on who's placing those bets, but Emmett Jones' most recent tweet is a video that says the greatest trap of all time, -700 flexing money. Don't even know what that means. You make the call there. We look at this week's game where Michigan's taking on Oklahoma, money's pouring in, and we have another giant bet on Michigan. Most of the money's on Oklahoma, 300K is on Michigan, 1 bet. Who's making that? Not naming names. I'm taking the gambling ring of Oklahoma because they are betting Bryce Underwood to cover this year.
Wait a second. That ending is so confusing.
I'm so lost.
Yeah, wait, so is he on Michigan?
Essentially, what he's saying is that Oklahoma is betting against themselves this year
Yes.
because someone took Illinois State plus 40.5 for $300,000 last week.
What?
And who would bet $300,000 in Illinois State?
Yeah.
Has to be someone on the team.
And
So
they ended up hitting.
Holy.
yeah, they covered.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they were draining clock at the end of the game, trying not to score.
Wow.
So he said he's tailing the gambling ring in the Sooners and fading the Sooners by taking Michigan.
Yeah.
Correct.
Fuck.
Dude, that's crazy.
Wow, that could actually be a whale.
I love
The
that.
two
for you.
straight-
Feel nervous.
Just unbelievable sell jobs from Preston.
Just love that for you.
Brav, you said your whale's in this game. What's your whale?
My whale is also the first half under.
Whoa.
I came in thinking this is the same exact game that Tennessee walked into last year in Oklahoma when Imaliava was in his first ever home game or first ever away game and going into Oklahoma. And I remember pulling this bet out as my whale week 2 last year as well. And I think I'm going to pull it out again for this game. Underwood did look great. He threw for over 200 yards last week. They only did that twice all of last year. And Mateer looks good too, but Mateer has not played a Big Ten defense. They haven't played a good defense, and this is where things slow down for Underwood and for Mateer. And I think it's gonna be a dogfight, at least in the first half. Under 23.5 is my whale,
Mm.
and it's an orca,
An orca whale.
killer
Interesting.
whale. I need to get my lick back.
That's the bet in this game. If you're actually trying to win some
No,
units,
I like it a lot.
I think that's the smart play in this game.
Yeah.
However, my whale is actually fading Preston's narrative. I'm nuking Oklahoma.
Wow.
And I feel uncomfortable doing it considering how bought in I was on last week's Preston's narrative play and how oxygen it was. And honestly, the narrative that he just scripted to us sounds really fucking sharp. But with that being said, we got an SEC team playing home ball. That's my specialty.
Dude, I'm gonna have a problem if your last week's well was fading my team, and then this week you get this win taking my team.
Yeah, I know. I'm
That'd
gonna
be a problem.
I'm gonna be feeling,
That would be a problem.
Feeling some type of way after that for sure. But yeah, I'm nuking Oklahoma. I don't have a sharp analysis read for you. Sorry, you know that's just not my game. But I'm nuking OU. OU's a really hard place to play. I heard Portnoy say 17 times last week, if Bryce Underwood is half as good as he's advertised, I don't even think he's that fucking good, man.
So you don't even know his stats from
I
last
think
week.
Portnoy is fucking.
Watch him once.
He didn't see what a
You
single
didn't
throw.
watch the game either. You were out UT
Yeah,
fucking
but
drowning.
you didn't even look at the stats for that game.
Neither did you.
Yes, I did.
Show me. Let me see.
He went 21 for 31 and had like 250 passing yards.
That's literally the most just basic quarterback stat line you could have fucking.
Someone
just
fact
checked.
check me. It's something like that. Right
Well,
off the
fuck
top of
you.
the
I
dome.
went 4-1
right off
last
the top
week.
of the dome.
You had Longhorns. They had you almost flew across the country
Hey,
for
look.
bagels.
Let's not get
Look, you
deflective
should have
here.
been bagels.
Let's not
That
get
throw
deflective
I was
here.
rooting
complete.
for Texas to
Hey,
score.
let's not get deflective
So
here.
we didn't fly across the country for bagels like Fruity in the Stanley Cup.
Whatever.
Fuck Fruity, man.
Type of whale.
That's a sperm whale. That's a sperm whale on Oklahoma, -4.5. It's going to be a sweaty one. I think they clutch up late with maybe a late field goal. But I'm nuking it, man. I feel the same way about this one as I did Ohio State. And it's going to be an ugly scratch and claw fight to the end where we squeak it out. What the
All
fuck you
right.
laughing at, man?
All right, man.
One of these days, I'm going to have an actual solid write-up.
You don't even have to have a solid write up. You could do a press and little narrative. Anyways,
But I just want to, flash my knowledge, my ball knowledge a
Yeah,
little bit
no,
here. And I
yeah.
might actually flash some ball
dude, I
knowledge
would
here.
love you to
for
flash
the
some ball
honorable
knowledge.
mentions.
Dude, you're currently the in-house leader.
Yeah,
for
I mean,
best
I can
record
only
on the
chirp
show.
so much. You're winning.
Facts. Fuck am I even trying to defend myself here? Let the
Yeah.
numbers talk.
Whatever.
God.
All right. We got Preston's whale. Got Rav's whale. We got my whale. Jovan, what is your whale?
You want some late night goosage, man? 'Cause I've got some points for you. We have a lot of games went under last week. So like this week, my strategy is playbooks opened up a little more. Some teams are gonna have a lot more points. This one's a weird one though. Our goats from week 1, San Diego State go to Washington State.
Oh,
Late
my
nights.
God.
Yeah, 42-0 win. Game obviously went under because they pitched a shutout against shit Stony Brook. And Washington State also played an FCS game against Idaho where they scored 1 touchdown. That game ended 13-10, where their quarterback actually got pulled because he was doing so horrible mid-game, came back in, led the game-winning drive to win the game by a field goal as time expired. This week, the total's at 45.5, and I think they're going to score some points. An electric Washington State offense that we know always comes with points. Didn't look like that in week 1. And San Diego State, as good as Jaden Denigal looked in week 1 when he was in there and not injured, I believe in that, but I also don't believe in the defense. They look great against FCS Stony Brook. So, seeing some points.
I mean, yeah, those guys on San Diego State respect coin. They do.
What's the quarterback's name again? I fucking forget.
San Diego State.
Yeah.
Jaden Denigal,
Danigal, yes.
former
Yes.
national champion from Michigan.
Yes. Yeah, he was himmy, dude.
Yeah, literally hit me.
Mm.
That spread was free. We were watching on stream.
Yeah, he was goated. Denigal versus good old Jackson Potter.
Type of whale.
Type of whale, pilot whale.
Wow.
Yeah, you only used 2 whales. I forgot about that.
That's
big brain.
I'm
That's
going
the
to
big brain
throw
whale.
challenge flag here. Is that a real whale?
It's a real whale.
Yeah, it's
A
got a
pilot?
noggin on it too.
Coin toss veterans know
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
I was brought out a couple times.
Yeah,
last
it
year.
was.
I'm new to the whale categories. And a quick shout out. We've been live streaming one super random game on Twitch where we can actually watch with you guys. That's why I was glazing at San Diego State, because that was the random ass game we were watching, and they covered with ease, and it was a whale. And we have one coming up this weekend, so stay tuned for more on that. It's a lot of fun, and we always nuke a side together and squad ride it. So more to come on that. Lauren, have you said your whale yet?
No.
What's your whale?
Give me UTSA -4.5.
No way.
Yeah, I think we see a Owen McCowan masterclass against Texas State. This is the team that had A&M on their heels for a little bit at A&M, and I think they're a really good team. So I think they go handle business, and yeah,
I actually weirdly
yeah,
love that play.
really. Why do you
Um,
love it?
Because, like you said, they had A&M on their heels in that first half. It was a weirdly close game.
It was.
But then A&M did what they were supposed to do, and obviously splooge late with a couple consecutive scores. But then UTSA comes marching down. I literally saw this on Scott Van Pelt's Bad Beats episode, and I was amazed with the resiliency I saw out of UTSA and McCown to have a legacy drive for UTSA plus whatever the spread was backers. It was unbelievable. They showed so much heart, and that's where I want my fucking coin.
Yeah, it shows that they care about covering spreads.
Yeah.
That's what we need.
They really do. But it was honestly one of the better cover saving drives I've ever seen, and so much heart. So much heart. They could have easily just kneeled the ball, could have just gave up. Game was fucking way over. But no, they were drawing up. I mean, plays that they were reaching in their duffel for. So I'm all in on that. I actually had that on my honorable mention.
Wow. I was about to say.
You know, that was
if it's
also
not
the
on there.
backup who threw that touchdown pass.
Was it really?
Yeah,
It wasn't even McCown.
wasn't McCown.
So just in case, something goes wrong, we got another goat. We got another goat.
Brandon Tennyson.
Couldn't name a single player except for McCown in that game.
Should name Rob Henry.
Yup.
177 yards, 2 touchdowns on the ground against A&M on the road. No
Yup.
joke.
That's actually insane.
And Kavorian Barnes, TCU running back, if you actually watched any of that game, he came from this team.
Barnes did?
Yes.
Dude, that dude Battle on TCU, that guy was fucking munching.
Munching, huh?
Was
You know,
he
how many carries he had?
Why, dude, I guess the only times I looked up, it seemed like Battle had the fucking ball every time.
He had 1 carry.
No, he did not.
It was a 20-something yard touchdown, but that was his only carry of the game.
Did he catch some balls?
I don't think he touched the ball one other
There's
time.
no way he had 1 carry.
No, dude.
I know he had a singular carry.
No.
Totally thought that was a moment for me to look like I know ball.
Confirmed. 1 carry for 28 yards and a touchdown.
Wow.
0 other touches in the game.
He saw that one play and was like, dude, he's grubbing this
Grubbing.
game.
I need my challenge flag thrown on that, dude. I'm not buying it.
I'm looking at it. I looked it up.
Fuck. All right, dude, I gotta stop that. Like, I gotta fucking prove to y'all I know ball, man. I clearly just don't know ball. Is there some extra Javon's milk that we haven't discussed?
A couple still lurking around there. Memphis goes on the road to Georgia State, taking them -13.5. Ole Miss, lick back. Can't do that too often against some teams that are worse than them because they always lose the games they should. -10 on the road against Kentucky. And then sneak UConn +6.5 against Syracuse. That was
Wow.
my whale last year. In that
I
game.
remember
It was like
that.
UConn plus, I think 10.5 it was, and they covered
I
with
do
some
remember
late
that.
legacies. Now they go on the road. Steve Angeli's Nuck. I think they might beat them.
Say those back to me so I can remember them.
Memphis -13.5, Ole Miss -10, UConn +6.5.
Ooh, Ole Miss -10. It's tickling Jimmy. That's tickling Jimmy. All right, honorable mentions. LC, you got any others that you want to discuss?
I do. Give me my old goat, Malik Murphy. I'm going to take Oregon State -3.5 against Fresno State. I'm also going to be on Memphis against Georgia State. And then give me Michigan State -4.5 against Boston College.
Fading
Whole lot of
Javon
chalk
Stokes.
there. Whole lot of chalk there.
Chalk pays. Chalk does pay. Rav, any honorable mentions that you'd like to throw out?
Yep. Honorable mention. JMU Louisville over 56.5. This game's on Friday. Honorable mention Duke +3.5 against Illinois. Honorable mention Virginia NC State over 53.5 points.
Mm.
Honorable mention UConn Syracuse over 58.5.
Mm.
Honorable mention Ohio +3.5. I'm keeping. I've got a little more. Western
Okay.
Kentucky Toledo over 59.5. Honorable mention. Virginia Tech ML. Honorable mention.
Mm.
Um,
Shout out Krabs.
and the final one, UCLA ML versus UNLV. Honorable mention.
Wow.
Shout out to Mikey. We used to spray the board. I just sprayed the fucking board.
You spread board.
Just had your way with the board.
All over it.
Have your way with it. I got an honorable mention that I wanted to bring to the table. Kind of excited about it. I'm going to go with Bowling Green, plus
Okay.
21.5.
Okay. Okay.
I'm really high on Drew Pine this year.
Dude. You got to be.
Let me go ahead and add another honorable mention on my card. Cincy -21.5. We'll be fucking safe.
And the running back, Kadarius Roberts, was mocking last week. I think they're going to attack the run game. They're going to keep this one within the number. 21.5 feels disrespectful against this Cincy team that looked like dog shit last week. So give me Bowling Green. I'm excited to sweat this one out, and I am literally hoping that Jovan takes his fucking dog shit Cincy team, and they might lose outright.
No, I'm taking him.
They might lose
I'm
outright.
taking him. Mind you, Drew Pine led 1 touchdown drive the entire game against an FCS team. If that loses, you're spinning the BTL wheel with Krabs.
All right, deal. But if it hits, then what happens?
Hits, I'll spin it.
Okay.
Wow.
There we go.
Like that.
All right. W honorable mentions. Love that.
Yeah, I fucking missed that. That got me fired
I hope
up.
you guys fucking miss it in the comments because that's the only damn thing I saw in the fucking comments last week. Where are the honorable mentions? Where? There they are. All right. God damn it. Dude.
Lauren, did you give your type of whale?
Oh, dude, I didn't.
I'm keeping you guys
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Attentive.
appreciate it. Thank you for
Accountable.
checking me. Baby blue whale.
baby blue whale.
Baby
Baby
blue whale.
Jaden Blue.
It's just easing into it.
Baby Jaden.
Yeah, baby
Blue.
Jaden blue.
Baby blue whale. Feels a little soft. What was your whale again? Oh, it was UTSA. UTSA.
Oh, I thought you were asking what type of whale
No,
again.
no.
Yeah, UTSA.
I was going to say, if it was Michigan, then baby blue whale. Fucking fade the fuck out of that. Also, I just want to shout out Rav's dad. Hope there was enough energy on today's show.
I don't even think he commented that. I think he just told me that.
Well, I
Over the
fucking
phone.
heard it, Rav's dad. Also, shout out Josh's dad for always supporting the boys and the content.
Go.
Bro's always the first one to like my stories on Instagram. Appreciate the love, Josh's dad. Any other shout outs around the room? Think we're good? Fuck Krabs.
I'm coming for your fucking neck this week.
Are you? I'm literally, I want to
Oh,
see it.
you know what we need to discuss because we didn't have the pre-episode to do this? There needs to be a punishment for worst whale record at the end of the year.
There does.
Somebody's
that.
got to go to the fucking Idaho Potato Bowl.
I'm more than down. If it's not going to the Idaho Potato Bowl by yourself, it'll be something else. But I kind of fuck with that idea.
Yeah, the other 3 people decide where the worst whale record goes at
Yes.
the end of the season.
And I think there needs to be a punishment for worst wager
Yes.
of the year.
Of
Yes.
years. Yeah.
Of year, which I think I'd take the crown, unless there was one worse than UNT last year.
I was
don't think
pretty.
so.
I was pretty close.
You were close.
I was pretty close. I took Hawaii ML and they lost by like 50.
I had a
So I
close
was
one
right up
too.
there with you.
I had UCF laddered, and they got
Yeah,
fucking
that was
blown
bad.
out by Colorado.
Laddered it.
I'm sure I had
Laddered.
one too.
Well, there certainly will not be a shortage of shit wagers on this show. So we'll see what comes in the coming weeks. But yeah, so far I think Rav has the title for shit wager of the year with Clemson, which leads me into asking, who ain't losing this week? Need that
Oh.
bounce back Fugazi 5 after selling last week. Hashtag thank you, Rap. I'll start with Rav to lead us off here. Who ain't losing?
Yeah, I'm gonna start off with my school. ASU's not fucking losing to Blake Shapen in 2025. Much better team. Don't give a fuck if they're SEC or at home. Kenny Dillingham's walking out with a W.
Okay. Kind of hate that since I'm on Mississippi State spread, but if you say they ain't losing, they ain't losing. I'll put it in the lay. Javon,
I'll give you Ole Miss. It's probably the juiciest of the lay. Getting their lick back against Kentucky. They ain't losing again.
Coach Nuck, and Ole Miss. Love that. What is that, minus 500?
Minus 375.
Oh, that definitely tickles Jim. All right. LC,
UTSA. They ain't losing.
they ain't losing. Whale of the week, baby blue whale.
Mm-hmm.
Little bit sus about the size of the whale, but it'll do. Great lay piece as well. I think it was like minus 140 money line. That works. That definitely helps out with the juice. And Oklahoma is not losing to Michigan in Oklahoma. And that's going to round up the Who Ain't Losing Fugazi 5 coin toss version.
One more.
Oh, we forgot Josh's. Josh, who ain't fucking
Unbelievable.
losing?
Dude, I'm going to stand on biz with Rav, too. I'm going to take my own school. They are not losing. They are absolutely not losing to Ratchet KU. It can't
Yeah,
happen. It
two.
won't happen.
We got 2 own school picks.
Hey, you know what? Hey, Texas ain't losing to San Jose State. Just throw that in there.
Minus 30 grand.
Might as well make it a third 6.
Okay, well, I'm just going to give you a heads up. If one of you two fucking sells this shit, especially Rav, I'm coming in so heated next episode. I should have 7K in my DK account. All good, though. All good. All right, so it's
Green Book.
Green Book. It's Arizona State, Ole Miss, UTSA, Oklahoma, Mizzou. Plus 500 on the book. That tickles Jim. I
That
love
does
it.
tickle fucking Jim.
I love it. I love it. That shit's going to fucking hit too. Great episode today. Appreciate you guys sticking around and tuning in. And stay tuned for next week's episode. Best of luck on all your wagers this weekend. Let's make some coin and muck some clam. GG's, and we'll be seeing.